Hello, nature champions, and welcome to the month of April. Spring has certainly sprung. There is green everywhere. Flowers are blossoming and birdsong fills the air. I know that you're very good at listening mindfully, and if you take a moment, you will hear so many birds wakened and ready for the spring weather. April is also a very important month because we celebrate Earth Day during the month of April. Earth Day is a holiday that is celebrated all over the world when people honor the beauty of our planet and also remember how important it is for us to take good care of our planet. As nature champions, every day is Earth Day for us. Now, this month, I heard that you are learning about how animals adapt to problem solve and survive in their environments. Well, that's really amazing, isn't it? This month, I heard you learned about how plants and animals adapt and problem solve to survive in their environments. This is so fascinating, and nature teaches us this in such a beautiful way. And it's also pretty cool to know that we do this too. That's right, all day long, you are learning and problem solving, making choices about the situations and the circumstances around you. This month, you learned how plants and animals problem solve and adapt to survive in their environments. This is such a beautiful thing to notice and witness in nature. And it's also something that we do every single day. Every day, all day, you are learning and problem solving and making decisions. And quite often, you come up with solutions that are new and sometimes unexpected based on different situations in your life. Do you know what part of your body is in charge of your problem solving and decision making? That's right, it's your brain. We have one of the coolest. What part of your brain, oh, sorry, do you know what part of your body is in charge? Do you know what part of your body is in charge of problem solving and making decisions? That's right, it's your brain. Our brain is the coolest. Our brain is like the most powerful computer. It is in charge of almost every single thing that our body does. Our brain sends signals to our whole body so that we can move our muscles. Our brain is, okay. This month, you learned that plants and animals adapt and problem solve to survive in their environments. This is the coolest thing to witness in nature. But guess what? We do that too. All day, every day, we are learning and problem solving and making choices so that we can survive in our environments. We are always coming up with new ideas and solutions, sometimes kind of unexpected ways that we can handle situations in our life. Do you know what part of your body is in charge of your problem solving and decision making? That's right, your brain. Your brain is like the most powerful computer. It is in charge of everything that your body does. It's in charge of your thinking and learning, problem solving, and decision making. It's in charge of your memory. It keeps you safe. It also is in charge of all your emotions. But also, you're blinking, you're breathing, you're moving your body. It sends signals to your whole body so that it can move and that your heart can beat. It's like one of the most important jobs. I want to teach you about three parts of your brain that have really big jobs. The first part, the prefrontal cortex. Let's say that one together. Prefrontal cortex. Big name. Let's just call it the wise thinker because that's exactly what it does. The prefrontal cortex, or your wise thinker, is in charge of your problem solving, your decision making. It looks for clues so that it can analyze and come up with the best possible choice for you. It's a really, really big job. And when it learns something, it sends that information to another part of your brain called the hippocampus. Can you say that one? Hippocampus. The hippocampus, I like to call the great library. Each of you has a great big library in your brain. That is where all your memories are stored. All the things that you learn, all the experiences that you have are stored on the shelves of your library in books and books that tell the story of your life and what you've learned. Very cool. But here's the important part. These two parts of your brain can only do their job when they're feeling safe. And there's another part of your brain who's in charge of your safety. That part is called the amygdala. Let's say that too. Amygdala. Amygdala. I like to call this part of the brain the guard dog because that's what it does. It's always looking out for danger. Its number one job is to protect you and keep you safe from harm. It's always looking and smelling and listening for any sign that you could be in danger or there could be a threat to your life. And if it detects or notices something it thinks is a danger to you, it sends out an alarm. It becomes the boss of the brain. It only lets you do three things and you don't get to choose. This part of the brain chooses for you. You either freeze like a statue, run away, or maybe even fight back. Could you imagine if you were hiking in a mountain trail and all of a sudden your brain heard the little rattle, rattle, rattle sound? That part of your brain would immediately know that sound is a rattlesnake. Rattlesnakes are poisonous. This is a danger to our life. And it would immediately take over your body and your brain and make you freeze, run away, or fight back, which wouldn't be a really good choice. When our guard dog sounds the alarm and it becomes the boss of our brain, the prefrontal cortex, our wise thinker, doesn't get a chance to make a choice because there isn't time. But here's the problem. Sometimes this guard dog has false alarms. Sometimes when it notices something that is uncomfortable or new and scary, it sends out an alarm to our body that we're in danger. But really, we're just uncomfortable. We might be taking a test or having to do something in school that we're nervous about, and we start to notice that our cheeks get a little red and warm. Maybe we start to sweat a little bit. Our belly feels a little queasy and our hands are a little sweaty. Our guard dog is starting to prepare for something that feels dangerous, but really, it's just that we're nervous. So just like an instrument in a musical band, we can help tune our guard dog, help our guard dog really know the difference between a true danger to us and something that's just uncomfortable and maybe a little scary. And do you know how we do this? Well, we've been learning about it all year. All of the things that we have learned this year are ways that we can help our brain feel balanced and calm, and it gives our brain a chance to make good choices. The number one thing you can do is use your superpower, your breath. When you pause and take a breath, you bring oxygen to your brain, and that is a signal to your brain that it's safe. And it gives it a moment to look at the situation and make a really good choice. We also practice taking 5, where we notice through all of our senses. And that gives us a lot of information to help our brain realize if something's really a danger or if it's safe. Now, of course, we need our guard dog to do its job and keep us safe and take over when we're really in danger. But the more we notice and get curious, we might notice that our dog is barking and making us want to fight back or feel frozen or run away when something's uncomfortable and not really a danger to us. This takes lots of practice, but it's something we can do together. And also, One of the number one things you can do for your brain, and especially for your guard dog, is go into nature. Your body, your brain feels so happy and peaceful in nature by just being in nature. You don't have to do anything else but just be out in nature for your body to start feeling more peaceful and happy and able to make healthy choices. Friends, I hope you have an opportunity to go outside today, use your superpower breath, and also kiss your brain. It's working so hard, and you are totally awesome. I'll see you next month in the month of May. Be well, my friends.